You haven't come back to be waited upon, and you are working, so we'll give you that.
Well, look, I came back initially during Sunrise, so
Mhm.
during the filming, and then realizing that I had a load of editing to do, and
Yeah.
and that I couldn't really afford to do both freelance work and the film. I thought I'd be here for a couple of months, and
Which is
then
lovely.
a couple of
Yeah.
months turned into a couple of years, and
Uh-huh.
now we're here, Mum.
Yes, but you do all your own cooking. I like to say you do your most of your own cooking.
But you are an incredible cook, and I know you play it off like it's like you're a terrible cook, but you can do dinner parties for. I mean, what's the largest dinner party you've ever cooked for?
Oh God, I don't know. It's only about 16, 14, 16 maybe. I don't know.
But
No.
you're so good at it.
Yeah, do you know the secret?
Go on.
Right. Have everybody have lots of wine or whatever beforehand so that they are nice and mellow and chilled and they're so hungry that they will eat the pattern off the plate.
I love that.
That's my tip.
Well, yeah, but not just that. Like you're also very good at multitasking. Like you're very good at keeping everything warm. You like everything to be scalding hot, right?
Yes, I do.
Where does that come from? Where does
My mother.
your mother? She was into the heat, was she?
Well, yes. I mean, everybody was. I can't bear anything on a cold plate. I
Oh,
don't think
you
I've ever given you anything on a cold plate, have I?
never
No.
in my life. In fact, most times it's too hot.
Sorry.
But
At
no,
least it goes cold then.
it does.
It won't
Yeah,
warm itself up,
an
will it?
hour
So,
later.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
there you go.
But your dinner parties are famous, and I think people have never walked away not hungry or just
They've
not.
staggered.
They've staggered. Yeah, yeah. People have fallen out of this house many, many, many times.
Yes.
But there is an art
Me
to it.
included.
You
Then
included.
realised I actually live here.
No, but one thing that I don't know where you get this from because it's hilarious, but at the end of the night, we all go to sleep or whatever. But that's not the end of the night for you, is it?
No, no,
Because what do you like to
I
do?
love washing up, and I put on my David Bowie, bless him, and he and I have a connection,
Wow,
really, particularly at 3 o'clock in the morning.
a spiritual one.
No, well, it's an alcoholic one, really. And yes. And of course, as you know, our bedroom is because obviously it's an upside down house. So we got the lovely sea views over here. And I always forget that Dad's actually sleeping underneath the kitchen.
Ah, so have you had a few noise complaints?
I have had a few. Yeah, yeah, I
Really?
have. That's why Dad bought me the iPods,
The
the
AirPods?
AirPods. But it doesn't stop me singing.
No, it doesn't. No,
It
but
stops the music,
but it
doesn't
is
stop me
amazing
singing.
because
Mm.
sometimes I think of your generation as the people who got to discover things, and I guess I wouldn't call it a religion, but music for you is incredibly
Uh,
important
I love my music. If I had to get rid of one thing, whether it was the television or music, I would get rid of the television
every day.
because I obviously can't use
You
it very
can't
well.
use it anyway, can you? But I understand that though,
Mm.
because it's very complicated these days. You've got all these different streaming platforms. I mean, most people don't watch TV anymore. Terrestrial television, the channel flicking, people don't use that. However, I have really enjoyed doing it here with you guys
Well,
because
that's
you
good.
never know what you're going to watch.
Well, that's true. I don't. I've got no idea. And with three different remote controls, all of which have been, so threatened with being chucked out of the window at various times, I would rather my music. But I do like Spotify.
You do like Spotify
Yes, a
and the
plug for
AirPods. I
Spotify.
think, you've really taken to your AirPods,
Yeah,
haven't you?
I have. Yes.
I
So
think that that's actually one of Apple's most successful products ever. They were the first to do these kind of wireless headphone things, and how amazing is that? You would never even imagine that. You had a Walkman, didn't you, when you were
oh my
younger?
god, I remember I had to go to the bank manager. I was living in London, working in London, and I had to make an appointment with my bank manager who was in Wales, and I had to go to him to request a loan to buy my Walkman.
Wow!
Mm.
And he gave it you?
He did.
Do you remember how much it was?
Do you know I can't? I really can't. No, it'd be guesswork.
Was it in shillings or?
Oh no, no, not
Sorry,
that
man.
old.
Sorry, man. Well, I don't
No,
know it.
no, it was decimal. It was decimal. I
And you
don't
went to your
know. It
bank
was
manager.
yes,
Wow!
for it was either a loan or an overdraft. I think it was a loan. He told me it would be cheaper if it was a loan. I think that was right.
Wow! And it was worth it.
Oh, it was. It was wonderful until some sod nicked it from my nurse's room.